Today I'm going to be reviewing my favorite instrument, the Roland RD-2000. I've had this keyboard now for about 4 years and I truly love it. Now I've got 3 pianos at the moment that I use, and I've got a RD-300NX, I think it's RD-300NX. It's a baby brother of this, which I bought years ago because I couldn't afford this unit, and then when I had some money I got myself this keyboard, and I also have a smaller Yamaha 72-note piano which I use for small performances. I do some shows at schools sometimes or aged care nursing homes, so that one's quite light and about 10 kilos. The thing about the RD2000 is I love it, but it's heavy. How heavy? It weighs a lot. It's hard to carry. This angle here is a little bit tricky, so it's a lug to say the least. But putting that aside, it's a brilliant piano. I love it. What I love about it is the action. After playing this for a long time, when I go back to my RD300, it feels a bit icky. This has got such a smooth, soft action. Nice pianos. There's actually a patch which I uploaded, which is the NX concert piano. But the stage piano is also amazing on this. And the thing I love about this piano the most is the 8 zones, and I use that quite a lot. I do a lot of live looping shows, and I do shows where I need to have several things happening at once. So for example, I can do I shot the sheriff. So it's great for those sort of things there. I'm running 3 layers, and you can adjust each layer to where you want. I've got a bunch of patches which I use, but this is probably one of my favorite ones. And I set up my bass, and my bass is running from here to here. And then from there onwards, I usually run from here to here. I run another sound, which could be a piano. And then from there on, I have another instrument that I use for soloing, which might be. So it's really handy in that I can adjust the volumes here, very easy to access. And then I have a bunch of other patches which I have set up for specific songs where there's a lot more going on. For example, Do You Believe, which is a Cher song. Do you believe in life after love? So for that patch there, I've got electro rub, which is a bass. Then I've got a layer of piano and strings on top. And then the other great thing about this is that by selecting external, I also run a MIDI out. A MIDI out that runs to my effects unit, TZ Helicon Performer here, so I can actually send harmonies. Do you believe in life after love? So I can turn that on and off as I need it. So there's nothing sending now. So it gives me a lot of versatility and ability to chop and change. So what I do is I actually have a few presets set up, generic presets, where they cover 80% of the songs I do, which has got bass and piano, bass and organ for reggaes, all piano, bass and Rhodes, just all Rhodes, and a bit of piano at the end with lots of reverb, so I can do solos on piano and then keep the reggae rhythm going with organ and bass. And then I've also got one spare channel for sending out MIDI, which I can turn on and off. So it's fantastic for that reason. It's got all the effects, which I don't use very much, to be honest, but the features that I use are the layers. So the 8 layers, and sometimes I do use up to 8 layers, so it's amazing it's got that. And I like if I'm at a gig and for some reason, there's not enough bass, I've got quick access control volumes here for each particular sound I'm using. I also sometimes use, there's an input there where I can run some backing music in between sets, or it might be a backing track. But just some background music, so I can run that in through there. That's great to have. And I love that I've got 4 outputs. So I've got 2 jacks, and I've got 2 XLR or mic outputs. Occasionally I want 2 separate sends, and it gives me the ability to have my own mixer or my own monitor if I'm using a keyboard amp in some settings, and I can send another feed out to the mixing desk. I sometimes even use a 3rd output with the headphones. I have a harmonizer pedal, which I use a lot. So that harmonizer pedal is receiving a 3rd output, which goes from my headphones. So essentially you can have 3 sets of outputs going. I've got a headphone output, and then I've got my XLRs, and I've got 2 jacks as well. So Really useful for that because you don't know what you're going to get at a gig. The other thing that's great, it's got 2 MIDI outs. So if I want to send 2 MIDI outs and not runs all the throughs, it gives me the option where when I'm recording, I send the MIDI out to my computer to record MIDI signals, and I also send another MIDI out to my effects unit. I use that quite a bit as well. It's obviously got all your regular pedals. It's got a USB, so I can store all the memory settings. Just in case my piano dies and I need to get another one, I've got them all backed up on a USB. Everything I've done, and there's quite a bit of programming and patches I put in, so it's great for that. The other thing that I love about this is the action. The action is fantastic. And these keys, I don't know if you probably can't see from that angle, but these keys are wood with the plastic coating on them, so they feel delightful and soft. Before I bought this keyboard, I did test out the Nord range, and the Nord range have got fantastic sounds. The actual keyboard itself, I found it way too light, and there's a bit of a clash if I'm playing that all the time and then I go to do piano bar gigs. I'm going to find the piano way too heavy. So playing this and jumping to a piano, not much of a difference. It's got that perfect feel and balance, and the notes are so soft and smooth. So much so that when I go back to my RD-2000, which is the little brother of this keyboard, I find those keys sticky and a bit icky. They don't feel anywhere near as nice as this, so it's quite of a contrast. Roland, your piano hammer action, the best for me, which is why I've been a Roland fan for a long time, and I continue to be a Roland fan. They're my key features. There's also, it's got metronomes, and I could run through all the sounds, but you can run through themselves. There's enough sounds there to keep you going. Brass sounds, string sounds, even some good synth sounds in there as well. I've had it for a few years, and I've had a bunch of Rolands for about 30 years that I've been using, and I always found to be really reliable, durable, rock solid. You turn them on, they work. I trust them, and that's why I'm a big Roland fan, and I'm more than happy to recommend Roland RD-2000 if you can afford it. It is on the pricier side of the scale, but it is cheaper, for example, than the comparative Nord piano, if you like. And then there's some other ones, Kurzweils and so that you can get, but for me, it's Roland all the way. And I don't get paid by Roland. This is just purely my own opinion. If you want a keyboard with bang for your buck, for me, the RD-2000 is the way to go. Still in 2021, still a very valid keyboard. And I'll continue using it. It continues to be my favourite piano I have. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. I do lots of videos on music tech, live looping, tutorials, and performance as well. If you dig in the t-shirt, I do have a store, musicmattersstore.com. The link is down below, and I've got a whole bunch of musician t-shirts available for everything from accordion to xylophone, t-shirts for sound engineers, lighting technicians, supporting music t-shirts, music humour, and of course, piano t-shirts, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.